Well, hello there. We're back with another episode of International Journeyman here with Serbia. Our World Cup qualification campaign is the focus today and it's already in full swing. 2 wins out of 2 so far with a 5-0 win over Malta and a 6-1 thrashing of Israel, setting us up nicely for far more difficult games against Sweden and Portugal. The Serbian FA expect us to qualify for this tournament and that will be difficult as only the group winners go through, with the second place team going into, well, it used to be the playoffs, but I don't have a clue what this means. Let's just try and win the group, shall we? The whole team has been sensational so far, 7s and 8s across the board, with Zivkovic averaging over a 9. Keep this up and never mind the World Cup, we might make this Strictly Come Dancing final. Admittedly though, those ratings are from playing Israel and Malta, so hardly world-class opposition, but no such luck today as we take on Portugal. The team is much the same as last episode, other than Gajic at right back. We really don't have very good fullbacks, but with Jovic, Sergej Milinkovic-Savic and Zivkovic, we have the firepower to succeed. Portugal seem to be taking a similar approach, opting for a terrifying front 6, including a 45-year-old Cristiano Ronaldo and Bernardo Silva playing in central midfield for some reason. This is certainly a step up in class. 20 minutes in, the class shows. Gacinovic is sloppy, Portugal pounce and break. Andre Silva whips it in, and Cristiano Ronaldo proves that he's not ready to draw his pension just yet, smashing home for his 1.7 millionth career goal. He looks a mile offside, but there we are. We're lucky not to be 2-0 down before half time as Ronaldo heads over. Then in the second half, nothing happens until nearly 70 minutes in, when we finally remember that we can play football too, and launch a brutal counter-attack of our own. Grujic collects, runs, plays an exquisite pass, Jovic turns and strikes it home. It's a beautiful goal, I'm getting misty-eyed over here. Tadic waits the free kick late on, but that's it, a really good result against the hardest team in the group. Beat Sweden in a few days and we'll be on for at least second place, and whatever that actually entails. Tomovic comes in at right back, but otherwise no changes for our visit to Stockholm. This will be tricky, but I'm expecting another win and a big step towards qualification. An early chance in behind for Manchester City reject John Guidetti shows this might be misplaced optimism, and a few moments later it's confirmed as misplaced optimism. Forsberg sets up Guidetti again and he puts it away at a tight angle, and a few moments later things get even better as we are once again caught in behind on the counter, Guidetti brutally slipping in Robin Kaysen to set up a commanding lead at the break for the Swedes. I give the players some of the old-fashioned hairdryer at half-time, and Matija Nastasic looks stressed, which is all you need from your centre-back after they've just been annihilated in the first half. If we can score early, we can get back into this. Unfortunately, we don't, and Sweden score instead. Guidetti gets in behind for the billionth time today, and this one's done. Not great really, not great. Every highlight of us attacking ended with a Sweden goal. Not ideal. Qualification just got a lot harder. Oh well, our next 3 games are against Israel and Malta again, and then Belarus, and we absolutely destroyed Belarus in the Nations League, so this will be a piece of cake. And it was, in the sense of a lovely chocolate cake with some sort of hideous guacamole filling. We beat Israel and Malta, and we also binned a 2-0 lead against Belarus after Dusan Tadic decides he'd rather be watching Gogglebox or something, and gets himself a straight red card in the opposition half 56 minutes in. I can't emphasise that enough, he got a straight red card for fouling a Belarusian centre-back in their box when we were 2-0 up. Dusan mate, enjoy international retirement. No, go on, you've earned it. It could be worse, we could still have to play Portugal and Sweden again. Oh good, we do. Markovic comes in through the revolving right back door despite actually being a centre-back, with Filip Kostic now on the left of midfield. Everyone else remains the same. Uncle Ronnie drops his Zimmer frame and taps the ball in early on, but this time he's too quick for his own good, and is offside. Slow down, you'll break your hip. Almost instantly after that, we take an unexpected lead as Markovic taps in from a Lajic free kick. Hopefully we can hold on to this. This will give us a really good chance of qualifying, and that was fun. After that frenetic start, things calmed down, although Ronaldo really should have put Portugal into the lead with this chance. We look to be heading into half-time level, but there's just enough time for Goncalo Guedes to give Portugal the lead after Rajkovic runs out like a headless chicken. I feel that now is as good a time as any to say that throughout this whole campaign, other than the first 2 matches, Sergej Milinkovic-Savic has been absolutely dreadful. He's been about as useful as a 2-legged chair, never mind the kind of fees he ends up going for in this game. In the second half, Portugal should be 3-1 up, but Silva fluffs his lines, and we make no attempt to defend and allow Ronaldo to hit the bar. It looks like it's all over. With minutes of injury time left, we raise the tempo and push forwards in a desperate attempt to find an equaliser. And then Ristic finds Grujic, who finds Mitrovic, and we've done it! Somehow, we've done it! Big Mitro off the bench to score. This is amazing. What a feeling. Let's bottle this and sell it. And we should probably go defensive because, well, there's not really any time left, really. And that doesn't count, right? Right? I hate this game. I really, really hate this game. Well, that was a thing. I mean, we can still qualify, but it does require Sweden to lose both of their last 2 games, which could happen if we beat them and Serbia beat them. Unfortunately, they're not playing Serbia, they're playing Malta, so yeah, miracle time. We demolished Belarus, Lajec getting a hat-trick. I mean, that would have been really useful 3 months ago, guys. Sweden do beat Malta, though, and the Pope's Catholic. Only 2-0, but still 2-0 too many. We can't qualify, and the fans, the media and the FA are less than impressed. I mean, there's a chance they don't actually sack me. The Portugal game was really unlucky, less so the Belarus and Sweden games. We take the lead against Sweden in the final group game before binning that off for good measure. It's a good job this game was meaningless for us. Not good enough, not at the races, and yeah, not employed anymore. Well, thanks for the opportunity, I guess. I mean, could we have done better? Yes. Should we have done better? Also yes. So anticipating the inevitable, I did actually send my CV off to one prospective employer. The Malian FA are looking for a new manager after their old coach retired, despite the fact that he'd actually secured qualification for the World Cup. I mean, this would be perfect. Backdoor it straight into Qatar, like that guy that got sacked by Chile and just took over as in charge of Saudi Arabia. I mean, this would be great, wouldn't it? It really would be great. And what? Who's this guy? I mean, he's literally just retired as a player. I'm a seasoned international manager, me. I've won the OFC Nations Cup. I nearly beat Portugal twice. I mean, really. The Poland job is available, but I don't really want that. They're not at the World Cup, so there's not much point. I don't think I'm going to backdoor it into this World Cup, am I? Maybe I'll have to go as a pundit. Ugh.